Greetings fans, greetings fans, it's me, SG1, coming at you for another Star Trek The Official Starships collection review. This time we're doing issue 144, Gomtuu, or Tin Man. And as per usual, we get the nice glossy magazine here, and then we get the ship itself, but more on that in a little while. So specification, type, living starship, born thousands of years ago, length 600 metres, big bastard then. Do you know what, I didn't think it was as big as that in the episode. I thought it was only about like 100 metres maybe. Abilities telepathic, crew several humanoids normally. Propulsion, warp capable, weaponry, energy pulse. They've got rid of the planet in the background, which is good. I was getting a bit tired of that. You know, there are other space phenomena, sometimes just black space with a ship on it. It'd be quite cool. Gomtuu was roughly egg-shaped and it was about the length of the Enterprise D. It was a living creature with its surface shimmered and pulsed with ethereal light. It was thousands of years old and formerly supported a humanoid crew. The Federation scientists originally belabelled the living spacecraft detected in the Beta Strongen system as Tin Man. It was only later that after Tam Elbrun revealed that he had telepathic contact with the creature, it was referred to itself as Gomtuu. I'm destroying it already. That I'll come to in a moment. And we got some various images from the episode as well. It's a very good episode actually. Some really good use of CGI for 1988. 1989, season 3, yeah, 1989. Tam Elbrun was a Betazoid who was born with his telepathic abilities. Unlike most of his species, developed these skills in adolescence. As a result, that's my text message. Extrasensory perceptions were off the scale, but he was unable to ignore the thoughts of others. This made Elbrun very sensitive and was hospitalised on several occasions. Later, Elbrun became a specialist in human first contact scenarios involving non-human life forms. He asked to communicate with Gomtuu, but his abrasive personality meant other humanoids found difficult to trust him. Yeah, he was there at the Gomtuu disaster, which is almost all the bridge crew died, including Captain the Adelphi. We've got some text specs going on there, which is very nice, very nice, very nice. Apart from Gomtuu's other spaceborne life forms encountered by Starfleet included the Decorinium cloud creature in Beta 8A entity, the Farpoint alien, a plasma energy being known as Junior, crystalline entity, and the nucleogenic cloud creature, not to mention species 8472 bioships. When Tam Elbrun was in telepathic communication, he learned that thousands of years earlier, there were millions of these vessels in existence. Now we believe that he was the last of his kind. Gomtuu was originally recorded by Vega 9 probe in the Beta Strongen system. This was about 23 parsecs beyond the borders of the Federation in the Beta quadrant. It was 1 parsec equivalent to 3.26 light years. So this meant 23 parsecs was about it was about 75 light years. It's a weird measurement. That parsec is 3.26 light years. Why not make it 3 light years or 5 light years? But anyway, I think it's the parallax point. I think that's why they do it like that. And we've got some designing Gomtuu pages. Very nice, very nice, very nice. You can almost see it coming into view there. And then of course there it is, the final view there. But I mean, it's just, I love this thing, to see where it starts from to where it gets to. And then we've got season 3 costume design, which was better for the actors, because if those of you who don't know, the season 1 and 2 uniforms were made 2 sizes too small. On occasion you can actually see Worf sort of ripping through the shirt, and it was one piece, and it was causing all the male actors back problems, so they had to redesign the uniforms quickly, which they became the TNG uniforms that we know and love, which I think is still one of the best uniforms Starfleet have ever had. And Chancellor Troy got a dress and heels combo, because, you know, that's what you need in a Starfleet officer, isn't it? yeah, so you get some new designs there, and you got design for Worf's sort of jacket thing going on. And then we've got some Picard's, holiday gear, because 24th century, and Locutus of Borg there. We got on screen, first appeared in Tin Man, his only appearance. Harry Groner, who played Tam Elbrun in Next Generation episode, also portrayed Nishani, Magistrate in Voyager episode Sacred Ground, which is a terrible episode. And Minister Nathaniel Samuels in Enterprise, episode Demons, which is a really good episode, and Terra Prime. Groner was perhaps best known for Richard Wilkins III, the mayor from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show which he ate another Star Trek actor. The character consumed Principal Snyder, who was played by Armin Shimmerman. Yeah, because Armin Shimmerman was both Quark and the Principal at the same time. Special effects chair forming into the bridge of Gomtuu was created by Robert Legato. The model was a wax chair that melted. And when played the footage backwards, the interior sound of Gomtuu was recording of sound and editor James Worthington's stomach through a stethoscope. I believe he was eating pizza at the time. The episode Tin Man revealed that Commander Riker had formerly served on the USS Hood, NCC 42296. It was commanded by Robert DeSoto, who mentioned Encounter at Farpoint, the Pegasus, Deep Space Nine episode Treachery, Faith, and the Great River. Yes, so, and you get the nice CG render on the back there. So, let's get onto the model, shall we? Very nice indeedy, very nice, except it's got a horrible join line in the middle. I mean, yeah, you can't separate that really. But I mean, if logically they should have hid it in these ridges, they should have sort of put both halves like that. Been halved down the middle, but then covered the join line in one of these ridges. Would have been perfect, but it is what it is. Do I'm not exactly sure which way this is supposed to go. Oh, that way. There we are. So you get the line on the top and these two black bars on the black sections on the bottom there. Yeah, it's very nice, very nice, very nice. I do like it. This is one of the ones I've been after for a while. Now this has caused quite a lot of controversy on the boards recently, because these are supposed to be made of die-cast metal. It's all plastic, because inside there's a block that's die-cast metal. Same with the Fesarius as well. Same problem with this one as well, but I'll get onto that when I talk about that one. Yeah, it's just a block of metal inside to give it its weight, and to be honest, that is a bit cheating. You could have made the shell metal, but it is what it is. I can't complain because it's Gomtuu, really. But yeah, I mean, there are a few things there that could be improved. Especially these lines as well don't really fit. Yeah, some of the lines don't carry over because they look like they. Let's have a look at the. No, that's right. Yeah, no, that's fine. Just checking. So yeah, this is one you could easily put lights in, make it glow. You could. It'd be nice to have some clear plastic in there, you know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But you can, if you're willing to separate it, take out the gubbins and put in a bulb and a few circuits in there. You could make it glow. But yeah. But overall, I think it's nice. I like it, but should you buy this? Only if you're a fan of the episode, really. And it is something a little different as well. But the stand is the problem with this one. As you heard when I was turning the pages there, the slightest knock will knock this down because it just sits on the stand like that. Although the stand just says Gomtuu and it says Tin Man on it as well. Yeah, it's supposed to sit like that, but that is not secure, is it? That is a problem with that. I mean, yeah, there's ways around it. You could have put a hole in the bottom, but they did say at the beginning of this they weren't going to put holes in bottoms of these things for the stands. But in some cases, I think, you know, you could let that slide. You know what I mean? So you just have to be careful with this. But I think because it's mostly solid, I think if it falls down, I think you'd be fine. But there's some really nice detail in there. Some really nice. See if I can block out this, you know, sun glare. Yeah. So I mean, it's not too bad. You got some really nice painted detail in there. It kind of looks like the episode. It kind of looks like it's covered in hair or fur. But it's a really fine episode. It's really well done, and this is a really well, not well done. I think this is a passable model at the very least. Especially paying like 13 quid for this fucking thing, I'd have been a bit disappointed. But because I'm a subscriber, I still get these for £10. However, they are going up at 150. So just to let you know out there. I'm not sure the price. I think they're going up to £14.99, I believe. I'm not sure if I still get discount being a subscriber from day one. I'm not sure, but I'll look into it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it's different on the bottom, different on the top, and I also like the idea that even though the crew is described as humanoid, I quite like the idea that these might be from fluidic space as well. You know, it does tie into the whole. You know, when people say, well, Species 8472 are the only thing that lives there, that is true, but it doesn't mean that they didn't go around killing all of these, because in the episode it is described that these, you know, there were thousands of these things running around, weren't they? And now there's just one left. And they could have come through from fluidic space to flee 8472 and then found a humanoid crew that would, because, you know, you never know that the 8472s themselves, or the Undine, depending on your mileage may vary, could have piloted these things. It's entirely possible. But, oh, shit. I keep dropping these things, don't I? There you go, Nils. That's one per video. Yeah, it's alright. But still, I mean, it's a nice model. It's worth having. It's worth having. It's just I wish the stand was a little better. You know, but it does fit on there quite nicely. I might just put a little bit of blue tack just to secure it a little bit more. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I say, it does come with a stand nicely, and you just got to be careful. You just got to put it on a very solid surface, otherwise, if it's like on a dodgy floorboard and you knock it, it's going to slide straight off there. So that's me. That's Gomtuu or Tin Man, and if you like what I do, why not consider donating to my Patreon, which is here. You'll get your name in the credits, you'll get a say on what kind of videos I do, there'll be polls and stuff like that, and it's just $1 a month, and it keeps the lights on here, it shares thrusts, and then if you, again, like what I do, give the channel a big thumbs up. It helps me out. Why not consider subscribing as well? You can do that right here. And check out my other playlist for Star Trek. And check out my Transformers reviews as well, which I will be getting on. You know, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will catch you all later. Bye for now.